the village elders, Dio Tabu and Andarivatu, town administrator, our trainers, trainees, invited guests, ladies, gentlemen, brothers and sisters, Bulavinaka, and a very good morning to you all. This hall is known for holding events and functions. And I remember last time when I was here, we were here to provide assistance to the youth clubs in Tabua under the National Farm Initiative Program, whereby we handed over tools, seeds, and other materials that were requested by the youths of Tabua. And in recent times, I've been also seeing Facebook. There's been a lot of political meetings here. But this morning, I'm here representing Fiji Affairs government for a business on your livelihood and for you to have a certificate so that you can operate boat as well. I'm glad for the opportunity to be here and congratulate all participants, trainers, and people here in Tawalevu village at the close of this training for your respective boat master and boat engineer certification. I must acknowledge MSEF, Ministry of Fisheries, and National Fire Authority on the partnership developed, targeting our young people. But as mentioned by the Divisional Manager West, that this was also an opportunity for others to take part in this training. So it was a collective effort. This partnership has grown with our common objectives in the area of training our young people with boat master's qualification. I know that it has become popular amongst the youth members and clubs, and so we will be working together for some time. Now the approach by the ministries, it's an all-government approach. Unlike before, when ministries were blamed for not doing things, or it is that ministry's responsibility, this ministry's responsibilities, gone are all those days now. It is an all-approach government effort to make sure that at the end of the day, our people benefit out of the service. And that is exactly what we're doing here in Tawalevu village. The ministry is helping young people through such empowerment and capacity building training to inspire you to meet the challenges around you and to be productive citizens by following the requirements of the law of the country. When it comes to marine certification, this training was focused on young people and was a result of the request by the youths of Korobo village during my Talanwa session at their village. But I'm told that some of the trainees travel from as far as Assawa Islands, Malolo, Kandavu, even Lau, Nendi, Lotoka, and Ba, just for this training. And I'm pleased to note that a record of 216 total trainees had participated. This is the biggest training that we have ever had. So can we put our hands together and thank all who were involved in this training? Based on our evidence on the ground, most of you trainees find a source of income at sea, but you do not have the legal requirements or a boat license to operate a boat. And I hope that you will take advantage of this training and you will push beyond your boundaries and recognize that you can make positive changes to yourself and your communities. As an island nation, we must be aware of the dangers of the sea, as well as the bounty that it provides for us. And I'm afraid to say that we still lose precious lives at sea. And this training provides the basis for greater safety at sea. Please take your training and certification to your families and communities and ensure that they too practice safety in all aspects of our interactions in the marine environment. The primary objective of this training is for all participants to have a boat license, so you can operate a boat without fear, as well as to ensure that you are legally compliant in using your marine vessels. Secondly, for the safety of boat passengers using boats to travel to sea or outer islands. Like many of the young people who have completed the training, this means that you can secure a paid job using your local license as your entry qualification. The certificate and boat license that you will receive today will also provide you an opening to further your studies. Do not hesitate to take this step. You have just started your career journey that can take you to the places that you have never dreamed. With the tourism industry opening up, especially in offshore resorts, there will be even more opportunities for your qualifications and for taking the incentives to further upgrade. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, as government and the ministry, we are looking to harness your ability on your potential and values to create and live a decent livelihood. To all the participants, old and young, Fiji Fair's government has placed a great deal of emphasis on finding trainings, education, and work opportunities for you. To the business ideas that I urge you to work on, the government has provided you the financial assistance that you can apply for such as the youth grant under my ministry with a maximum of $5,000. And at this juncture, I would like to mention that you can get in touch with our assistant youth officers based here in Tavua, basically in all districts, and find out about the assistance that is provided under the ministry. As I have mentioned before, we still lose too many lives at sea. Life is so important, and you cannot take it for granted. It is also an expensive and resource-consuming exercise for the government to do search and rescue at sea when there is a mission at sea, due to the negligence by boat operators. And therefore, I urge you to continue to develop yourself with life skills essentials in everything that you do. But above all, life, as I've said, is very important. And if this training saves even one life, then we have invested well in your trainings. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I conclude on that note of safety first at sea, and I encourage everyone to strive together to bring a prosperous and a successful life to you, your family, and your community, and to the nation as a whole. I now have the pleasure to declare this training closed and want to wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. Vinaka, and thank you.